What's up, cool kids? FD White. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to talk Bitcoin. We're still looking pretty good, in the short term. We do have some catalysts coming forward this week and, of course, next week, April 2nd, when these tariffs, the tariff Super Bowl, as Trump likes to call it, comes into play. But first and foremost, I really want to thank everybody, all 1,002 of you. If you follow me over on X, thank you very much. I'm really starting to take everything a little bit more seriously when it comes to numbers, because I know the more reach that I have, the more people I can help. And I say that because this, and we're going to jump into it in a second, but I say that because this, if a lot more people would have been following, not trying to pat myself on the back because I got a lot of things wrong, but I'm not a super perma bull every day, all day is peaches and sunshine type of creator. I'm going to bring you the real. We're going to keep it cool, calm, and collected. That's why we're the cool kids. And we're going to help you make the most money and keep the most money. That's the most important part. How many guys or girls out there, guys or gals out there, made a lot of money and then lost it listening to all these super duper? I'm a moon boy. I'm not going to get it twisted. I'm a moon boy, but I'm not just an egregious blinders on moon person, moon boy. When something changes, when some type of other factors come into the analysis, I have to change. I have to be liquid. I have to be fluid so that I can keep the money that I gain, or that I can make the money. And that's what I want to do. I want to help as many people as possible. So that's why I'm starting to care more about numbers and how many more people are following me. Not because of the monetization, because I'm not monetized. I don't get paid from doing this unless it's like an affiliate link or something like that. But to help more people. I really think I can help more people. I really think I can be a huge asset in this space. So I appreciate all 1,002 of you for following me over on X. If you're not following me over on X, make sure you hit that link. I'll actually put the link in the pinned comment this time. I'll put the X link in the pinned comment, and you guys go over and follow me over on X. But let's talk about Bitcoin, because this is why you're here. Right now, we're sitting at 87,384. So what I'm looking at for Bitcoin is levels. It's levels. We always talk about this. We don't just make these predictions coming out of our a-holes. We look at the chart. We see what data is coming in. We see what fundamentals are happening. We see what Trump is saying. We see what Jerome Powell is saying, because those two are moving the markets pretty much. And then we go from there. But right now, chart wise, it looks like we have a few levels that I would potentially open longs for. I'm really trading. I'm really trying to trade and catch these quick moves in order to accumulate more dry powder. My whole thesis right now is accumulating dry powder, and DCAing down. Not trying to catch a bottom, not trying to time a top. I'm trying to get dry powder from all different avenues and revenue streams, put it back into these markets, because a lot of these coins are down massively. Some of them at bear market lows. I talked about that over on X a little bit earlier. So right now, Bitcoin is approaching a key level around 87K. As you can see at the probably like last, oh no, this was mine. I'm on the 5-minute chart. So yesterday, actually, we came down and tested this 87K. We used it as resistance, came above support, double bottom on there, popped up to about almost 89K, came back down, used it as support, popped up resistance, double bottom around 86. So we got to put that on our level 2, around 86 to 86.3, pop back up, resistance, support, then we bounced up. Now it looks like we may be coming back to this $87,000 area to use this as support again. But you know what they say, a lot of times when you have these price points or these price levels that keep getting touched, it gets weaker and weaker every time. So the stock market, specifically the NASDAQ, has been leading the way. So I'm looking at futures. As long as futures stay, mid green to flat, I'm liking Bitcoin, I'm liking crypto to potentially keep moving in the right direction for us if you're long or if you want the market to go up. Secondly, I'll be looking at, we talked about this level here at about 86, where we got this double bottom, this $86,350 level, give or take, but we have some price points here. So we'll say anything between around 86.3 to 86.6. We'll be looking at that. But really, I really want to look at this 85K level. Now look at that 85K level. Let's actually zoom out to the hourly. I look at this 85K level for Bitcoin, because this is the bottom side, the support side of our rising channel, which is, we keep talking about, a bearish channel. But we also have this mustard or orange bar coming in, this mustard or orange area coming in at that same level at around 85. We'll say, if we come down, we'll say about 85, 86K. So we'll be looking at that area for potentially some sort of a bounce. We really don't want to lose this area right here. Where's my drawing tool? Because I like to always have my scenarios drawn out. I like to always have what I think can happen in the short term or in the mid term, because we all know long term this is going to go up. But I really want to either, if we come down, we start to get something like this, squeeze back into here, and then we break above this white downward trend line. And this is our macro trend line that we keep talking about. This is what we need to break, hold that as support, and start to take out these highs here at about 93K. If we can flip back in here, bull market back on. Bull market back on. This is the line in the sand. This 93, 94K. That's bull market back on. But first and foremost, we want to break this downtrend and start taking out these highs here at about 90 to 91K. And then we can hopefully get back up to that 94 or that 93, 94. But short term right now, what we don't want to see for Bitcoin is us to lose our upward sloping trend line, our upward channel coming in, like I said, around this 86K level. So we'll be looking at something like this potentially to come down. We can possibly look for a short here, taking our entry at around 86 and riding it back down to these lows at about 80K. We do have a CME gap coming in, I think at about 84K that wasn't filled. So we also have to watch out for that as well. But for Bitcoin, it's really only a couple scenarios, not knowing or not sure how everything is going to play out, in the midterm, but I'm really looking short term. And we had a trade today on ADA. Well, I'll show you in a minute. We had a trade on ADA that we got stopped out of. We was in profit, and I didn't even take my own advice, paying yourself early. We were aiming for range highs, I think around 82 cents or 83 cents, something like that. But Bitcoin turned around, and of course the altcoins turned around. So we are looking for what's coming in. Okay, Thursday. This is another catalyst that I was talking about fundamentally that can happen. So we're going to look Thursday at 8:30 a.m. We have final GDP. Let's actually make this a little bit bigger. We have final GDP and we have unemployment claims. So these will be the two that I'm looking at coming out. These two data points coming out, final GDP quarter over quarter and unemployment coming out 8:30 a.m. Eastern time on Thursday. So we have a day or two to prepare for that. But back to the charts. We were talking about ADA and my trade for ADA. And this is just an example. I actually put this trade in the Cool Kids Telegram. So make sure you guys go over and subscribe to the Telegram channel as well. So we put this trade over in the Telegram. And what I was looking at was a breakout. Let me see if I still got the drawing. I don't know what I was doing here, but I remember exactly what it was. We were looking for a breakout here at about 76 because we were down here hovering around this 75 cent area. And we started to get a nice little push. I like this candle, this 5-minute candle. And then we finally got a push. Let's get a little bit bigger. We finally got a push, and then we had a retest here. I like that retest off that 76. And then we bounced. And then I didn't like the indecision here. I didn't like these candles, and we started to go down. But I was not by my computer, and I did not set a stop loss in profit. Usually, right now, how the market is going, I like to do trailing stop losses. So I'm using a little bit more margin, and I'm using a little bit, I'm putting a little bit more money up to take a lot more quicker trades. And of course, if you want to take more scalpier trades or more day trades, you have to put more money up in order to get more money back. Swing trades, I won't put as much in because I think it's going to go to higher levels. So the same price or the same amount of money I can make for a swing trade, I don't have to risk as much. So we kind of had the stop loss a little close or a little tight because I didn't want this to happen. I didn't want to be caught offsides this much. And this is what eventually happened. We went down to about 73.93, so almost 74 cents. So we got in here off this retest, nice green candle, and then we just turned around. So we got up to 76.70. So I was trying to take profits around 76.50, which would have been maybe like a 0.8% move with the little leverage. So I would have took it, I would have took that little 60, 70, 80 bucks. But we eventually came back down. I got stopped out somewhere around here. And then we just, started to go down. So I will be posting, like I said, we posted my trade setups in the Telegram. I'm going to start a community, a WAP community, where I just put trades galore in there, insights, analysis, deep dives. Excuse me. All of that in there. So that's coming. I just want to build up a little bit more and help, show that I can help, show that I can be of some type of value to the space. XRP is at 245, still hovering below that $2.50 area. Altcoins really not doing too much. Sorry. AVAX did have a nice pop. AVAX has not been moving. Let's actually look at AVAX before we get out of here. So AVAX, this is on, let's go to the hourly. AVAX has had a strong move. AVAX was one of the ones that was in one of those patterns that we were looking at to potentially start to move. And we got that move. We got that move from AVAX. So if you got in the AVAX trade, congrats. Out of this falling wedge, this macro falling wedge that we've been in for a very long time. Perfect breakout, retest right on support, and then we took off. So I was aiming, if anything, I would be aiming at this $25 level. We see this volume gap here with this volume node coming up at about $25. So I'll be looking for that. If we can continue, possibly come back down, use some resistance support here at about 22 and make our way back up, just depending on what Bitcoin does. Everything really right now depends on what Bitcoin does. So we're not really going to go too in depth. We just want to talk about Bitcoin, talk about some fundamental news that's coming out this week, and just keep you guys updated, man. So what am I doing right now? Still doing the same thing. If you don't know what I've been doing, if this is your first time over on the channel, I've been really defensive when it comes to trading. I've been taking profits very quick, sometimes a little too quick, sometimes not quick enough. Today, I wasn't by my computer, so I didn't get a chance. Entered the trade. I went to the car right quick, sat in the car for a minute, ate two oranges, and then it was like, dang, the trade turned around on me. I wasn't even watching it because I just thought we were going up, But that's what I get for assuming and for thinking and not using, being by my computer, using the chart to trade. Now I was trading with my heart, not the chart. Rule number 1, don't do that. So I'm definitely doing that. I'm trading gold. Gold has been acting very, very well when it comes to levels, when it comes to price action. It's been respecting levels and playing TA to a T. So I've been using gold, taking gold profits, putting it to the side or putting it into Bitcoin, putting it into some of these top altcoins, just nibbling, not going all in. I still have a huge chunk of money on the sidelines, waiting to see what happens with Bitcoin. If we start flipping 93, 94K and, start making our way up, I'll take the loss, or not, it wouldn't even be a loss. I'll take the not getting a 20x to get a 15x. I'll lose the 5x just to be, for my risk to reward to be a little bit on the safer side. I don't want to lose money. None of us want to lose money, but I'm not gambling. This is what I'm not going to do. And I'm strategically placing bets, and I'm strategically waiting on levels to be reclaimed, especially for Bitcoin. Once Bitcoin reclaims levels, we can watch some of these altcoins reclaim levels, and the bull market can continue. We're going to talk, I'm not going to get into it. I'm going to make a video right after this talking about what's your plan. That's my video after this called What's Your Plan? I'm giving you the title. And I'm going to tell you my plan. I'm going to tell you what I think you should be doing at this moment in time in crypto. So I appreciate everybody for watching. This is FD White. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you put the cool emojis, the smiley face with the sunglasses. We call that the cool emoji. Make sure you put that down in the comments, man. Let me know you guys are here. Make sure you go to that free Telegram. Link will be in the description as well. And just stay diligent, stay cool, calm, collected. We're the cool kids, man. We'll talk to you in a minute. Peace.